It's now time for S&D 500. All right, a lot of risers, a lot of great performances. Can you get any higher than Teddy Allen, though?
So I was gonna say it's higher. It's hard to say. Okay, Teddy is doing better than he was in his MVP season, but averaging 40.5 points through his first 2 games is pretty good. Okay, 40 points in his first game against SAS. They lost that one. It probably was because he also took 30 shots, but that's another conversation for another day.
Tell us how you really feel.
In Scarborough, maybe a little bit of a revenge game. 41 points, 6 assists. He got the game-winning assist on 23 shots. I love the shooting that he's doing. I mean, just like he's letting it fly at all costs. He's one of the best shooters in the league. But also, I think he's working on making plays for his teammates, because that's how Winnipeg's going to succeed this year, is not just him scoring, but finding Darius Days, finding Byron Mullins, getting these guys involved, going to be super important. So that is my riser. Another riser, my guy. I told you that Vancouver, we'll get to our power rankings.
We know how you feel about Vancouver.
I told you Vancouver was going to be good. Kobe McEwen, really great debut for the Bandits. 22 points, 5 threes, 6 rebounds, 4 assists. Like he stuffed
58% shooting too.
Absolutely.
Really efficient.
He stuffed the stat sheet. I thought his chemistry was great with the entire team so far, setting the table for like the rest of his team. They really needed an extra creator. And I think Kobe just slides into that really, really perfectly.
And the one that you're most excited about.
I can't wait to talk about this guy. Okay, so first year in the CEBL, played in the Italian League last year, so a bit of an adjustment, but he hasn't needed the adjustment at all. This is Grant Basile. He's on Sask. He's dominating right now.
He's the reason I stayed up late last night.
He's the reason you stayed up late. Look, in their first game against the Sea Bears, 16 points, 14 rebounds. They got the W. Last night, the comeback, he had 27 points. He matched Jalen Harris. Like, it was him. It was those two essentially scoring every bucket for Sask down the stretch. 6 rebounds and had the game-winning assist, too. I love the physicality that he plays with. He kind of has that old school traditional game to him. But I love that he's this big dude that isn't afraid of being big. And that's probably my favorite part of it. Sask in general, looking really good.
Yeah, we'll be talking about them in the power rankings for sure. Definitely a mover in our rankings.
For sure.
But it's just that team right now, right? You think of Jalen Harris, you think of Harkless, you think of some of these other guys, but he really stepped it up last night, and now they have, what, a big 3, big 4 possibly in the league?
I just like how well-rounded they are. Their starting group just makes a lot of sense. Larry Abney did a great job of kind of getting this group galvanized.
Yeah. Some honorable mentions, right? Because there was a lot of tough ones to choose from a pool, right? That first game, Calgary, Edmonton, Creaky really showed up.
Yeah.
I know he was a guy that was on a lot of radars for GMs around the league.
Canadian dude too, right?
Absolutely Canadian dude. He was, and the reason he decided to play for the Stingers is because he wanted to stay at home as well. So shout out to him. 15 points, 60% shooting, 5 boards, 4 of them offensive, which were really big for that team. So he was somebody that I want to shout. But also, we're looking for a second score in Montreal, and Montreal may have found it with Bowden as well.
Yeah, I like the fact that Montreal is trying things right now. It seems like they're trying to figure things out with Ahmed and just getting everybody kind of assimilated. They haven't won yet, but I imagine that they'll kind of get their chemistry going.
Absolutely.